Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. Yes, it is a Tea with Nan today. It was a Q&A last time and the time before that, but I thought I'd slip one of these in, a Tea with Nan, because a lot of my clients have been very, very tired lately and life tired physically, emotionally. And basically, I thought today I would just remind ourselves of recognizing your needs, recognize our needs. What do we need? Because we don't often put ourselves forward to, in our value. And so I'm just going to put my lovely Tigger cup down. It's lovely. It cheers me up on a Monday. I love it. I like Mondays anyway, as you know. So, okay, what do I mean by this? Recognizing our needs is really important because it shows our self-value. It gives ourselves a feeling of honor, and it helps you on lots and lots of levels. Oh, Annie, you're here. I haven't seen you for ages. Oh, I'm so nice and so lovely that you're here today, because I'm looking out at the garden and I'm looking at all the flowers, and I often think of you because you love your garden. You love flowers, don't you? So, and flowers and being out in the garden is so good for you. And actually you're doing very well because you're always outside. You ground yourself constantly. You've got so many things going on. You use music and all sorts, don't you? It's absolutely brilliant. Yes, you do. And you do recognize your needs. So this is something just to maybe share with other people. If you feel that you are already attending to your needs, then please share this, because you never know, one of your friends might need it, and other people besides, it's family. They don't always get time to think about themselves, do they? And I see that Val's on here. Hi, Val. Happy Monday to you, my darling. Big hug. So what do? We have to stop. We have to stop rushing. We have to think about ourselves just for a moment. And as I say, a few of my clients last week, they had a few issues. And as we've just come out of a full moon, a couple of days ago, it's a Saturday, I believe, it's been really full with feeling and intensity. When we have a full moon, all our feelings come from the subconscious to the conscious, and everybody knows that full moons can do that. So we are influenced to express a lot more than we normally would, and that might just bring up all kinds of issues. So it's really important that we recognize our own needs in times where we're kind of being invoked to feel and react. Okay, from the full moon. It's lovely when it's lovely, and it's not so cool when you've got stuff that you've been enduring that's caused stress or worry. So we need at that time to look after ourselves a little bit more than we normally do. I tend to do that when I recognize it and I think, oh, I'm rushing, I'm doing too much, I'm saying yes, but I should be saying no. Then you pull yourself back, and it's a discipline that you can learn to do more of for yourself, okay? I've got a couple of nice things. It's a bit different today. I've only got a note today. I haven't got a big board. I've just got a note. So what I want to do is ask you very kindly, everybody, to get your pens and paper handy, because I'm going to give you a few references. I normally give you references of Tea with Nan at the end of a talk, but this is just collectively realizing, what can I give you that you may want to look up and to listen to, so that oh, Navjot, hi darling, it's nice you're here. Happy Monday. It's lovely to see your name pop up. So Navjot, get yourself pen and paper, because we're recognizing our needs. And any one of these 8 that I'm going to talk about today, any one of these 8 Tea with Nan previous talks I've done, you'll probably find one or more or all of them are relevant to you in some way. Okay. I've had to, as you know, use every tool that I create. I use them all for myself, and I measure it, and I tell myself how I feel about it. Yeah, it's good. Or some days you need a different tool. And so any one of those 8 talks that I'm going to suggest are very good for you, but have them all. Why not? I don't have a website now, but everything I do is on YouTube. So it's just Nancy Finch, of course, YouTube. And you can go on to there and you'll find us 4 categories. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Oh, Julie, happy Monday to you too, darling. So there's 4 categories. And Susan's here as well, Susan Milestone. Hi. So we've got 4 categories. We've got Tea with Nans, which is what we're doing now. informal little thing to catch up on really different subjects. We've got Nan Talks, which are more just exercises. We've got meditations, which are all, I've just got a whole list here. They're all going to be the wrong way around for you, but these are all my meditations I've got on there, and they're all numbered. They're all free. Just scroll down and see which one you fancy. There's 45 of them. So have a look. You know, it might be something you just fancy chilling out to. Skip some of the beginning, obviously the introduction of all of these, because they're all relevant at the time. So just skip that, get straight to the meditation, close your eyes and relax, okay? They're all geared to open up those chakra areas, okay? Hi, Mary. It's nice you've joined us. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Happy Monday to you. So everything I do is geared to keep all of these lovely energies flowing in your body. And as I've mentioned before, our thoughts and feelings all have an effect on our body's energy. Either it's very good and it flows, or it's constricted. And then we get some imbalance and we wonder why. So I do my best to be mindful of what I need. So recognizing your needs is an intention, isn't it? So if you could do that, write down these things now, and then you can look them up and decide, do I want that one, or does it feel right to yourself? Okay, it's always what you feel. And they can't hurt you, can they? They can only help. I know they help me, they help other clients I've got. But I'm starting off with, the very first thing I'm starting with is sleep. You know, it's number one of my list. There are two parts of that in the Tea with Nuns, but I'm only going for the first part. Sleep is on the 22nd of the 11th, 21. Why am I going to that first? Because we don't quite often get enough sleep. We don't, for lots of reasons, you know. And so we really need to be more mindful of what sleep we're getting and what quality sleep we're getting. So sleep is so important because it turns your mind off, it detaches you, it recharges your body, it heals you. Have a listen to that just to remind yourself of why sleep is so important. I'm sure you know it already, but it's just a little mirror today to remind us that we have to perhaps give ourselves another hour. I do, definitely. So I think, yeah, I'm going to bed earlier these days than I've ever done. And that's because I have more demands in the day and I have to evaluate it. Oh, hi, man. It's nice you're here, darling. Happy Monday to you, sweetie. Get your pen and paper handy, man, because you need to jot these down. Oh, big hug. That's so sweet. Good way to start the week, though, don't you think? So, okay, we've got sleep. That's the first one I'm recommending. These are just things that came up in some of the Tea with Nuns I looked at, okay? So sleep's the first one, 22nd of the 11th, 21. Just remind ourselves why it's important to get that sleep in. Otherwise, we do gradually, everything becomes more intense. And as I say, different life experiences, different life challenges can make that worse. And we may not be our true selves. We may not be our best version of ourselves when we're tired. Like a tired child at the end of the day, we get like that too. Okay, so sleep. Then we've got number two I'm going to share with you is self-care. And that's an obvious one. How are you going to care for yourself? Are you going to take yourself for a walk? Are you going to feed yourself the right food? Are you going to treat yourself to something? What are you going to do for self-care? Because it's, again, about value. And when you think about value for yourself, you are really helping your body, your mind, and the value you attract into your life by the law of attraction, actually. So when you're thinking about value, it's that sacral area here. That is helping you when you're recognizing your needs. You're telling yourself, I'm important too, okay? Self-care is important. That's on the 30th of the 12th, 21. Have a look at that. Write that down. And if you like it, share it. If you think, I really resonate with that today, don't judge it, share it, okay? Number three, learning to say no. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? We sort of want to be accepted by each other and valued, and we want all those nice feelings to come back to us. And quite often we do it, we say yes because we want to be loved, or we don't want to be rejected for lots of reasons. And because we might just really care. That's okay, but where's that going to come from if the pot is empty? You know, you need to care for yourself by saying no sometimes. Because as I said in that talk, what is your yes worth if you never say no? And it took me years and years, only just recent years actually, before I learned maybe I can say no to that. And you do it with love. You don't sort of wait until it becomes a resentment inside you, and then you have to sort of stamp your feet. You don't have to do that. You can say no with love, and you can do it gently, and you can give back the responsibility to someone else that perhaps needs to do that anyway. Okay? So, learn to say no, 30th of the 5th, 22nd. 22nd? 22. Dyslexia rules, I love it. So, okay, learning to say no. Maybe you can listen to that 20-minute talk and think, yeah, I think I can resonate with that. Or maybe I'll do that for myself. Because that's recognizing your needs to detach from doing something that perhaps is not always good for you. You know, might be sort of draining you. It might be asking too much from you. And that's not going to be good for your well-being, is it? Or for anyone else, actually. And people watch each other. They say, oh, she said yes, so I'll say yes. And before you know it, there's too much yeses going on. Number 4 is weight change. Weight change, well, what I mean by that is we might not be happy with our weight. We might decide that we want to be a smaller weight or a bigger weight. Some of my clients are trying to put weight on, and some are trying to take off. And I was the same. I'm still sort of tweaking that. But weight change is all about how we change what we say to ourselves and how our subconscious works for us, or tries to. That's a disclaimer there, but it tries to. Its intention to say, my body is happy at this. And basically, you're setting the intention with a lot of determination behind it on a subconscious level. So, and mindfulness, it's all about being mindful and just cutting things out. Maybe that's what I do, or I don't have sugar very much now. I do now and again, but that sort of thing. And all the things I thought I really needed, I suddenly became more mindful of. And just a little tiny tweak here or there can make a big difference. So weight change is a good one to look at. I find it makes me feel healthier when I look at that one, when I realize you make an affirmation up and your mind is listening and your body responds to it. And you feel more in charge as well. So your solar plexus will feel better. And that has an effect on your whole body as well. So that's a good one, weight change. 4th of the 7th, 22. So have a little look at that if you want to adjust your weight. As I say, it doesn't work for everybody, but a lot of my clients love it because it helps us to feel healthier, okay? Even if it's a tiny little change we make. And we just say those things to ourselves. Quite often, as I say, your mind is listening and can actually create, through hormone change, the weight you want. So that's just a little introduction. Have a look at that. Number 5, don't feel your age. I love this one too. These are some of my favorites to look after myself, okay? Don't feel your age is on the 10th of the 10th, 22. So have a look at that. As I say, all of these are in Tea with Nans, okay? So don't feel your age. A little introduction to that right now is on my mirror upstairs as I get ready in the morning. I've got 44 and feeling more, and it's great big letters on my mirror. And I'm not 44. No, I'm 66 and I'm not 44. Well, that's what I am, apparently. I don't act it. I don't feel it. And I certainly don't behave in any way like what most people would feel at a certain age. So I tell myself that I am 44 and feeling more. But what is more? More's lots of things in my life. So, oh, hi, Hilary. Lovely that you've joined us. So if you think, well, I don't really want to be this age, I wish I was younger, or if you are happy with your age, sometimes people might say, well, I'm accepting my age as I am. But deep down, we look at other people, we compare ourselves, we look at, that person, my parents, what they were like at a certain age. And on a subconscious level, it can be a negative. It can make your body slouch. It can make you feel less. It can give you less energy. Or maybe you're expecting to have ABC because they did, So have a little look at that. Don't feel your age. I go through a fun thing, 31 and having fun, 32, feel brand new. It could be anything. I've got a little rhyme for each one of those. And it's great. So I'm 44 and feeling more. I could be 45 and so alive, or 46 and feeling fixed if I needed to be. Now, I've put this to the test with lots of my clients, and they absolutely love it because it's fun. It is a fun thing to tell your subconscious. But I put it on my mirror every day. Well, I've got it on my mirror. It's going to stay there to remind me to say it. So, as I say, it makes you feel on a subconscious level like you have more energy. Okay? Certainly, it won't hurt you to listen to it. Don't feel your age. 10th of a 10th, 22. Number 6. And pick which one, as I say, pick which one you fancy listening to first. They don't have to be in this order. Number 6, life tired. Oh, so many people are life tired. They've got the drudgery of the same thing. Maybe something they don't want to do. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a family situation. Life tired day in, day out, Groundhog Day. Now, we've all been through it. I certainly have. Most of my life, actually, just going around like, round and round. But it can wear you down. It's like you need a holiday. You need to be out of that feeling. So life tired, there's lots of suggestions in there to address that life tiredness and certainly to recognize it. That's half of the battle is we don't recognize what we need to change. And life tired can be really good for you to listen to give you more bounce in your step, to give you more energy, more vibrancy, to put the fizz back in your lemonade. That's on the 28th of the 11th, 22. So I hope you can put these down. Yeah, Val said it works. Yep, works. Yep. Thank you, Val. It does, because your mind, your subconscious is actually believing everything you say. And it wants to produce that. It wants to produce that feeling. And when I did that lifetime, the Don't Feel Your Age, and I might have told you about a story in that one. If I didn't, I've had somewhere along there, maybe Life Tired. There's been lots of science to support that we are what we think we are. We behave and act, and our body, our physiological state will change according to what we expect from our bodies. And so we can say, if we lie to ourselves and say we're a certain age, our body believes us, and it can actually have a physical change. The lovely story, I believe I've said in that one, but if I haven't, I can always do it again. Tell me if I haven't on that one. And I usually say the same stories in many different tea with Nans. Oh, thank you, Mand. So, as I say, science usually supports a lot of what I'm talking about, because I love scientists. And I know a few scientists, and they are brilliant. And I often reference them. But they produce the evidence I want to show you, like Dr. David Hamilton, and there's lots and lots of lovely people out there that can, if you listen to them. And Masaru Emoto behind me, that picture. He showed what thoughts do to our bodies. If we're thinking a happy, positive thought, it's a vibrant energy in our body. And it looks like a six-sided, beautiful star, like a snowflake. And if we're feeling negative, it's like a little blob. And that's not good for our bodies. It doesn't make us thrive. So I've gone off on one now, haven't I? Life tired. We need to recognize what it will take for us not to be life tired. Okay? As I say, that's on the 28th to the 11th, 22. So please make a note if you want to listen to that one. Number 7, supporting your inner child. Oh, well, that's a favourite of mine as well, because we have to listen to our inner child, little vulnerable feelings. That doesn't go away when we get older. I know lots of people that have forgotten their inner child. They become sensible adults, and they don't realise that they need to be aware of the little things that make our inner child happy and feel safe. And it might be any number of things that you do for your inner child. It could be a little treat. It could be time away. It could be a positive thought. It could be an affirmation of honour to yourself. It could be a well done me. It could be anything. And I do support lots of other talks I've done. When I say support your inner child, I do reference them, and they are all relevant. So you've got things to do. Once you click onto these talks, these Tea with Nans, you'll find I do reference other things. So you've got something if you feel like following that and enforcing it a little bit more on that subject. Okay? So supporting your inner child, 19th of the 12th, 22. Support your inner child. We need to do that. Once we have that connection with our inner child, and we are valuing that part of us and supporting that, being our own parent, if you like, to ourselves, then we are more for other people. We have more energy. It's like we are the beautiful car, but with no petrol. Can't go anywhere. We're the vehicle with no petrol. When we've got our inner child happy inside us, that feeling, then we're petrol in the car. We can go anywhere. We're a team with ourselves. So we need to have the petrol in the tank, and our inner child is that energy that we need to move forward. So, and certainly it makes you evolve on lots of levels. Okay, so that's nice. Number 7. Number 8, and this is the last one I'm referencing. Give yourself the things you need from others. It's a lovely little sentence. It can be an affirmation. So what I do with that, I make it into an affirmation. I give myself the things I need from others. What am I not getting from that person or that situation or that work event, environment, or my partner or whatever, or my children? What am I not getting? Am I not getting respect? Am I not getting honor? Am I not getting help, support? What am I missing? And whatever I'm missing from the outside of my consciousness here, I give to myself. If you need a hug, give yourself the hug. If you need to go out for the day, take yourself out. If you need to give yourself flowers, you never get any presents, buy yourself a present. If you need to give yourself a holiday, do that. Whatever it is, I give myself the things I need from others. We tend to depend on other people giving us what we need. And it's very important that we remember to give ourselves the things we need from others, because then we become a secure attachment style. We become someone who gives ourselves the things and values ourselves enough to do it. So it goes beautifully. Actually, all of these lovely talks go nicely together. Thank you for the hearts, guys. So make that a really special sentence you put somewhere, perhaps on a mirror. I give myself the things I need from others. I made this one up a long time ago. And so that talk is 27th of the 3rd, 23. It would be lovely if you could just look up that talk, because we become more independent. We don't become codependent on someone else giving us what we think we deserve or need, or being upset, resentful, disappointed, negative feelings from people who don't give us what we need. So instead, stop yourself from that moment and, of course, validate yourself. Of course, you have reasons to be upset. Of course you do. And your inner child is feeling those feelings. But if you can stop, what am I not getting here? I'm giving that to myself. When you're not being heard, I listen to myself. Maybe, and actually what I do reference to supporting your inner child, maybe get a photo of yourself when you were younger and just look at that photo. I've got one in this room, one upstairs in my bedroom. I always have a photo somewhere in the house of me as a child, because I kind of I look at it and I think it's not when I was that child at that age, it's giving yourself that support and just for a moment tuning in to your needs through that inner child. What does that part of you need? Okay, so maybe get a photo, and I'm sure I referenced that in one of those. I'm sure that inner child talk is referencing that. But this is what you can do to help yourself. Tiny little things. And it's just these little things that make a big difference over time. Okay, you'll see yourself differently if you do, because you'll see yourself being a person that needs to be valued and supported, and you're doing that yourself. So I give myself the things I need from others. Okay, great affirmation to go with that. So your chakra areas will all be lovely when you read all of it, when you have a listen to all of these, but especially what this recognizing your needs talk today is all about is really about giving yourself a stronger feeling of self-love. And when you do that, your immune system definitely boosts this area here. Okay, and the sacral area here will help that part of you to get the vibe that you give out to attract better and easier relationships. Okay, very important that we do that, because we all are a big team. We need to support each other. We need each other. It's lovely. In a healthy way, we are a community and we need to support each other, and we give out a different vibe when this is working, when this sacral area is working. We see our value within that, and we help other people by example to do the same. So these two areas in particular, your hormones will be better, your heart chakra will certainly be improved by the tonic of learning how to give yourself the things you need from others. All of these things are recognizing your needs shows that you are mindful and you value yourself and you love yourself enough to do that. Okay? So, and as I put here on this thing here, on this little note, tiny scruffy note, when you take care of your needs, you are more for others. You really are, because they see you shine a brighter light and you're an example to them. You're very good for them to be around. You're nice energy. So I've got two things here I wanted to show you. So if you go onto YouTube, I said there's 4 categories. Okay, you've got Tea with Nan that we're talking on. I reference through those talks today. We've got Nan Talks, of course. You can look at some of those because they're going to be referenced from some of the ones I've presented today. You've got meditations, which I've introduced, and they're all good for you. And then you've got others. And if you go to others, it's a bit vague, you'll have music downloads that I've done, just 2. And that's all I want to present today. But basically, scroll right the way down. If you go into that category, go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see music downloads. And the first one, although it's written backwards, is energy rebalancing chakra sounds. So the chakra sounds I did a long time ago. And it's just a vowel sounds in each one of those chakra areas that I am playing a different drum rhythm to each one of those, and I'm resonating vowel sounds with my voice. And the voice is carrying energy, and the energy helps to open those chakras. In fact, I know I've done a lot of work with my clients with this, and when they listen to it, they flow. And when I've seen the evidence of that through the way they feel, their well-being, okay? So if you feel you need a tonic for your whole body, it's a bit like having a little mini free treatment from me. Listen to 3 minutes of each of those. I think you may feel that that's beneficial. So as I say, it's on others. Look it up. That's very good for you practically. And when those chakras are open, it's very good emotionally as well. And this is the Healing Cave. The Healing Cave meditation. It's just me. I'm not talking through this, okay? I don't have that website that's listed there, but you'll see this Healing Cave meditation on my YouTube Others section, okay? When you listen to this, it's me really resonating with your soul journey. It's aimed for the heart chakra. It's aimed for your karma. It's aimed to calm, restore, heal. So have a listen to that. Download them. They're both free, of course. And share them. I want you to share them, listen to them. Don't do it when you're driving. I said that at the time, I think, before. But don't. Obviously, this is going to relax you. The Healing Cave is going to relax you. It's going to help you through my intention of sending energy to you to calm, restore, to rebalance. And I use this particular one on every client I do when I'm seeing them in person. Okay, I'm still doing part-time work doing that. And so I like to use the Healing Cave. And a lot of people absolutely love it. And once they've downloaded it, they can listen to it when they're on the beach or when they're walking through the woods. And it just adds to the peace that they're looking for, okay? And last but not least, before I go, I've got a new symbol that I've channeled through, which will help you from monkey mind. It'll help you from thinking too many thoughts and whirling round and round with all the demands we have in life. And it's called detachment, okay? Detached. There we go, detached. And what you do is you draw, this is part of the cards I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing 44 different cards in a pack that I'll present to you when they're finished. This is one of the ones I've channeled through just a few days ago. It's really handy because we need to detach when we need to go to sleep. We need to detach to think clearly. We need to step back just for a moment from all the chaos we create in our lives. Stepping back, using that detachment to find ourselves inside it, to make a better decision or to move forward. So this is how you do it. You draw the D. This is why it's easy to remember. Draw the D and you're slicing it through. So let's do that again. There's the D, detached. It's a very nice one to draw in the air. Just draw it. Lovely. And it's an intention. Symbols work because of their intention. The more you use them, the better they are because they work from your subconscious knows, oh, I know that. It's going to do this. It's like taking a pill. So I hope you've enjoyed today. It's been nearly 30 minutes again. It goes really quick. I hope you enjoy the 8 tea with Nans that I've recommended. Download the Healing Cave and the Chakra Sounds. Yeah, I think you might like those. And if you want to just comment again when I'm back on here again, and let me know how you get on. Let me know how you feel about all those things I've recommended. They're all intended to make you feel well. So let me know which one you like best. nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk if you want to talk to me about that before my next talk, which will be in 2 weeks, I believe. So I'm sort of spreading them out a bit because I've got a lot of work to do. So enjoy the symbol I've given you. As I say, they'll be in a pack of cards explaining more about why they work. Enjoy the talks I've referenced, and enjoy giving yourself that self-value enough to just recognize your needs as well as we do other people, okay, as well as our families and friends. Recognizing your own needs is not selfish. It's self-aware and self-supporting, and it's a way of keeping your emotional balloon high. So we need to do that for ourselves, for our people around us, and for collective consciousness. Everybody feels it. The butterfly effect. We really need to do more of that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mary. Give yourself a big hug, guys, and share this. And even if you're listening to this after I've done this and shared it and later on, and so the moment's gone, I'm still sending you energy. Even if you get this later, you're still receiving energy and love, okay? Wonderful list, says Annie. So very helpful. Thank you, and big hugs. Oh, thank you. And Jane. Oh, Jane, you've missed the beginning. Yeah, shall replay? Yes. Enjoy the rest. Oh, lots of love to all of you. Enjoy what I've suggested. Oh, and Jane says she likes a healing cave. It's very, very nice. I never get tired of listening to it. I use it all the time, and it's just so nice. Gives you a really deep sense of peace and healing. That's how I feel, and that's how all my clients feel when they listen to it. So that's the opportunity you have if you want to look at your needs and make yourself the priority today. And recognize your own needs can even be a little tiny thing that you do from one of these talks, maybe. Okay? Oh, thank you, Susan. Thank you, everybody that's listened. And if you share these, then we're getting out there, we're helping more people. And that's my objective. That's why I want to be here when I do turn up on a Monday, every other Monday at the moment. It's why I really feel it's important, okay? You take care, everybody. Give yourself a hug from me. And I shall see you in a couple of weeks. Take care. Lots of love. Thank you, Navjot. Bye.